Whisper Hypnosis. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. My website is jasonnewland.com. Just let you know there may be background sounds, particularly my little Vinegar, my Jack Russell. He likes to wander around and do stuff. He's not normally too loud. I say that as he starts to eat and crunch. This recording is not going to be a long recording. It's just an opportunity to relax by listening to my voice. We're going to focus only on your mind, starting off with the speed of your thoughts right now. The amount of activity that's going on inside your mind. The kinds of things that you're thinking about. The images. The words that you're hearing. The emotions connected to those images or those words. So this isn't necessarily sleep, but I do recommend you close your eyes if it's safe to do so, allowing yourself more of an opportunity to focus within. You don't need to be fully concentrated. In fact, doesn't matter what sounds are going on around you. You can still be aware of how you feel. I'm saying that partly because Vinny has decided to sit right next to me and give himself a wash instead of doing it the other side of the room when he normally does it. And I know that distraction techniques are often used. Maybe you use them as well in order to distract yourself from what you're thinking and how you're feeling. But we take a break from that. During this time together, we're not going to try and distract you. We're going to actually just let those feelings be. Not trying to hold them in. Just let them flow like oxygen in and out of your body. You may notice that, of course, there's feelings, there's emotions, there's images, there's ideas, there's thoughts. But those thoughts and images and ideas and emotions are constantly changing. Always transforming from one thing to another. There are no laws when it comes to what you're allowed to think. Thoughts just thoughts. They come and they go. They don't necessarily have to have a huge amount of emotion connected to them. Perhaps sometimes we're the ones that do that. We're the ones that attribute emotions connecting to those thoughts, which possibly drags those thoughts down, makes it a little bit harder for them just to flow through and flow away. So this is an opportunity to just observe those thoughts and feelings. Maybe just observe the thoughts on their own. Notice those thoughts that don't have any feelings connected. Perhaps you can tell the difference between the ones that do have emotions connected and the ones that don't. Maybe as you observe even more the comings and goings of the thoughts in your mind, that there's a process, however short and quick, that maybe used to seem like it was automatic and instant, but maybe there is a process where a thought, instead of just moving on, making room for the next thought to slowly arise, maybe there's that little instance where an emotion arises where it's not even needed. Maybe you might have found that the sound of Vinny in the background crunching away and making as much noise as he can has actually disrupted that process of the thoughts leading to emotions. There might be just one emotion, and that might be frustration. There may be an underlying emotion which might not even make any sense to you. Or perhaps something changes as you focus on your mind. You realize that the thoughts have started to slow down. And your mind is less active. And you may not know why. You may not care why. Possibly you're surprised that something's changed. A small transformation in the way that your mind is working. emotions when you allow it to express itself. So instead of trying to ignore it, instead of trying to suppress those thoughts because you don't want to think about them and you don't want the emotions connected, maybe due to fear or just the unpleasantness of it or the exhaustion of it. Now that you're allowing those feelings just to come and go without judgment, just observing the process without being affected by those emotions, even though the emotions connected are so much weaker than they were before. No longer suppressing, just allowing. And that pressure that may have been there before, the pressure caused by trying to hold those thoughts down, has now turned into relief. Almost peaceful feeling, a freeing feeling. As your mind can just operate gently in its own way as you passively observe. No judgment, no harshness, no blame. Perhaps you can observe your mind the way you would a tiny baby or a puppy or a little kitten or someone that you love deeply. Observing your mind as something that deserves your love and respect, something that's precious and vulnerable, something that requires you to take care of it, to love and nurture, to respect and care for your mind. And in the same way, if you had a baby or a small child, they'll say things that they don't mean, and you just dismiss it because you love that little child and you focus on the good stuff they say. You focus on the funny things they say. When they say something that's a bit rude or something that, if they have a tantrum, for example, you don't take it personally. They're just a little kid. They've got no control over that. Imagine if you treated your own mind with that kind of respect and love, without judging. And that busyness that was there before can turn into peace. Whenever you need to feel more relaxed, just observe your mind and watch as everything slows down. As everything feels so calm and loose, flowing like water in a stream. No longer stagnant, like a dirty old pond. It's now a running river, a running lake. The water is oxygenated, healing, clear and fresh. Just notice how that feels as you think of your mind as this clean, healing river flowing gently, pushing away all negativities. Even the birds in the garden agree. It's good to relax. It's nice to let go. It's healthy to allow yourself some time away from that distress that you used to experience in your mind before you started listening to me, and letting go now. Feeling calm, feeling loose, how does that feel? Maybe even though we're focusing on your mind, maybe you've noticed that the rest of your body, the whole of your body, feels calmer and relaxed, loose and peaceful. Your eyes and your face, calm, so very calm. And knowing that every time you listen to my voice, you can feel this level of peace and calm naturally spread throughout your body and your mind, healing, sending that healing energy through your bloodstream into all the parts of your body, like that river, free and flowing and peaceful. without judgment. Enjoying this feeling of peace and comfort, continuing to spread even deeper, even deeper. And you start to realize, as I mentioned, the idea of a bath or a sink which has that overflow system so that the bath can't flood over with water. The overflow is basically just a drain, a hole at the top of the bath near the taps or the sink. The water flows out when it gets too high so that it doesn't flood over onto the floor. Imagine if you had one of them in your mind, so that when the thoughts get to a certain intensity or a certain limit, they just automatically overflow, or they don't overflow, they just flow away. Before it gets too much, they flow away in that river, and you can set that level at whatever you want it to be. Maybe if you aim between 1 and 100, at what point do you want the thoughts and the emotions to start to dissolve, to start to just move away? At what point do you want your body and mind to relax in the future whenever the thoughts arise and the emotions are a little bit too much? Let them just float away. Move away, far away, as you relax, peaceful, so very calm, peaceful, letting go naturally and automatically. So peaceful. So very peaceful. You can, if you choose, you can open your eyes, staying with this feeling of comfort for the rest of the day, and know that as time moves forward, you can experience more of a sense of sense of peace, tranquility spreading through your body as your body relaxes more and more often, automatically and so easily. And you can continue with this relaxation with your eyes closed if you choose. Continue to feel wonderful. Continue to feel peaceful. Relaxed, soft, and calm. As the healing spreads through your body, your mind, and into the future, paving your journey forward with healing and relaxation and inner peace, flowing freely, peacefully,